Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. It's Real Talk Wednesday. I'm going to get right to the point. Have you ever negotiated with God? Have you ever got on your knees, screamed at God, and said, if you'll do X, Y, and Z, then I will do in return X, Y, and Z, only to not keep your promise? Because you're not talking about borrowing $5 from me and not paying me back. We're talking about God. Have you promised God that you would serve Him if He maybe spared a loved one? Maybe healed you? Have you honored your commitment to God? Because that's who we're talking about. We're talking about you still being right with God. The word honor, the verb definition talks about fulfilling a task, being true to your word, fulfillment. That to me is honor. That you honor your word. But here's what you need to get. If you don't truly believe in pleasing God through your actions, through the way you live your life, then honor will not matter to you. Let me ask you this. When you got married and you recited your vows, and then they said in front of God and everyone, you made a commitment for, okay, here we go. We're talking about honoring your commitment. Richer or poor, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. What does that look like in your life? Have you honored that? Because again, this is about you honoring and standing in front of God and being right with Him. That's what we're talking about. And I'm going to read out of the Bible real quick, and I'm going to expand on this. The book of Matthew, chapter 20. I think my page blew here. I apologize. Chapter 25, verse 23. And he says, listen. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Have you remained faithful to your words and your commitment to God? When I hit rock bottom, I hit my knees and I said, I'll serve you till you call me home. And I'm going to tell you, you need to hear me. I will honor my commitment to God. Not to you, not to man, not to anybody else. I told God if He would give me my life back, I would serve Him. And He did. And I'm keeping my end of the bargain. But again, how many times have you made that commitment? I will pick up my cross. I will follow you, only to get home and turn the TV on, watch the NFL game. A friend is in need and you hit decline. Just be real. Are you? Maybe your wife needs you to help you do something. Maybe your husband is asking your wife, I need you to do this, be there for me. And you have no intention of being there. You're just not. Because again, how you're viewed by God is not as important to you. You're more concerned about yourself or man. Okay, let me fast forward. And so you screw up. And man, I've royally screwed up. You know, I'm famous for the little story of butt naked, wearing my cowboy hat, my boots. I'm going to town. I was high on Ambien. I could not even face people in town because everyone knew what I did. I mean, especially in a small town. Where you had worked at, and everyone knows, and you're shame, man. You're talking, dude, that you just are absolutely in shame. But when you become to realize whatever you've done, God has forgiven you, and man's opinion doesn't matter. Again, you're not responsible for your reputation, only what? Your character. If I've taught you anything, you're not responsible for your reputation, but your character. How do you treat people has to do with when you stand before God. Is He pleased with how you treat your brother, your sister, your husband, wife, and the list goes on and on. It still goes back to a promise you made God that you broke. And you say, well, okay, here's the deal. You don't know how my spouse treats me. I don't care. I don't care. God doesn't care. We're talking about you and how you respond to someone. We're talking about you being right with God. That's what this has to do with. My point is this. Our friend Terry Head, who we will honor this Saturday, Irving, Texas, North Irving Baptist Church, will be a memorial to honor her life. And she led a life of great honor. She wasn't perfect. None of us are perfect. But I believe without a doubt, man, that she is right now standing in front of God, and He is pleased with this servant. Terry said she would serve until He called her home, and that's what she did. That is what I'm going to do. It's a tiring effort. But you know what? I made a promise to God that I would give my life for Him. He gave me my life back. He's blessed me so much. The least I can do is keep my word. Again, stop being so concerned with what everyone thinks about you when you walk in the room. Man, you need to be more concerned when you're standing before the throne and what God thinks of you. Man, that's real talk. Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. We will see you Saturday. But again, we'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. Have a great day. Bam!